Welcome to the penultimate episode of Lit Loot Content Camp. We are down to the final four: Hedron, Fire, Emmett, and Q-Toad. This episode will reveal which three contestants get to battle it out in the finals for the ultimate prize of content. Let's head to the challenge. The final four had to plead their cases as to why they deserved a spot in the finals. 3 anonymous judges that were not me scored these responses on a scale of 1 to 10. I will add up the scores that the judges give you, meaning your total score will be out of 30. Remember, there is no more point system. Whoever the judges thought least deserved a spot in the finals will be eliminated. Up first is Q-Toad with the response, just look at the facts. Despite being the last one to sign up to the camp and only signing up because Luke and other friends really wanted me, I ended up never falling below 7th in a single challenge, something that none of the other finalists can say. I've consistently been the biggest challenge threat, getting top 5 in 8 out of 9 episodes, compared to Fire's 7 out of 9, Emmett's 6 out of 9, and Pedron's 5 out of 9. Before this episode, which I think we can all agree was an interesting challenge concept, I also held the highest Appy in the game, getting at least 50 Appy points in every challenge except for the most recent one in Rock Paper Scissors. I believe stats have proven me to be a very tough competitor, which in turn should grant me a spot into the top 3. Thank you for listening. Let's see what the judges thought. Judge 1 said, I don't appreciate lying, because you weren't last to sign up, it was KTGE. And also, it's pretty solid, it has things he did good in. Judge 1 gave this an 8.5 out of 10. Judge 2 said, he lied, so personally I don't think this deserves to win personally. Said personally twice there. Also, he's comparing himself to others, and you know what? That's not good. Judge 2 gave this a 3.3 out of 10. Judge 3 said, pretty convincing, valid arguments, demonstrating great stats, and gave it a 5 out of 10. This brings Q-Toad's total score to a 16.8 out of 30. And right now, he's on the chopping block, but he's also in first. Up next is Emmett with the response, the 4 people in this competition are very strong and very smart, but there is 3 people who deserve more to be in the competition. And those 3 people are Fire, Pedron, and me. Q-Toad has not won a single challenge yet, and even though he is a fierce competitor, he does not deserve to be in the top 3. Like the 3 people I listed, I should move on because, like I said, I've won 2 challenges, and I've been close to being eliminated twice, but I always make a comeback. And I can assure you I can do that to win this competition. I'm not sure if I said the thing wrong or there's grammar errors. Not sure, it's probably both. Anyways, the judges said, I like that rather than saying why he deserved a top 3 spot, he said why someone else doesn't, and gave it an 8 out of 10. He has the opportunity to show why he deserves, but instead he's throwing others under the bus. I think he's different, so there's that. 7.4 out of 10. Very conflicting opinions on Emmett's style of doing this challenge. Judge 3 said, I like this response because not only did he demonstrate why he deserves to be in the top 3, he also showed why someone else does not deserve to be in the top 3, and gave it a 5 out of 10. This brings the total score to a 20.4 out of 30. Up next is Fire with the response, I believe that I deserve a spot in the final 3 for many reasons. First, let's take a look at the stats. I have the highest average placement and the highest percentage of points earned per challenge on average. This means I am the best competitor on average. I also want to point out that I achieved these feats without using any additional help in the form of tokens. It was always just me trying my best. Despite this, I have still had to claw my way through the ranks due to other people's advantages affecting me and putting me lower on the scoreboards. There was never a point where I didn't have to try, and I always gave it my all regardless. I have been decently dominant in challenges, winning 2 of them, which shows I have left an impact on this game and am deserving of the finale. I have been a respectful and strong player. Lastly, I believe I have been a key part of LCC as a whole. I created a camp that came before it, and Lit Luke, the wonderful host, thank you, has even used some of my challenges. Thus, I think I deserve a spot in the finale of this camp. Let's see what the judges thought. I agree that you were the most dominant player, and you have been trying a lot, which I agree with. I think it's the best response, giving this a 9.3 out of 10. Judge 2 said, "This has a great impact on my life. This is very passionate," and giving it 8.7 out of 10. Judge 3 said, "This was my favorite response. It was well written and was the most convincing for why a player should go to the finale." Meaning Fire's total score is 27 out of 30, meaning along with Emmett, Fire has claimed a spot in the finals. Last up is Pedrin. The score to beat is 16.8 set by O-Toad. If making a case is required for the final 3, I'm also guessing top 2 is going to be a voting competition with the bonuses. As you already know, I am horrible at anything that requires an explanation. So even if I got top 3, I don't think I would have a chance on another challenge like this one. Only reason I'm still in is because of any other challenge that didn't involve other people's opinions or general opinion of Lit Luke, like the circle video or the game score one we just did. I thought I would be gone way sooner when I started the whole competition on last place. Even so, I liked participating in this, and I'm probably guessing the others either used funny terms or ChatGPT, I'm just kidding, or typical reasons to back them up. I will not defend myself, because even if I did, it would be too embarrassing. I couldn't make a description on the first episode, so I'm not gonna lie and say that I deserve a spot in the top 3. Good night and goodbye. So Pedrin not very confident, but let's see what the judges think. He surrendered without surrendering, which is a bad way to prove your spot. Doesn't even want to be in the final 3, giving this 3 out of 10. Judge 2 says, "I think it's good but there's no effort." 6.3 out of 10. Talk about no effort. Alright, Judge 3 says, "I appreciate that Pedrin is humble and honest and did a good job reflecting his strengths and weaknesses." 7 out of 10, so very split opinions on this one as well. However, the total score is 16.3 out of 30, which is half a point short of Q-Toad's score. Here's the challenge results. Fourth place is Pedrin. Pedrin, you had one of the most interesting games out of anyone in LCC. You started this game effectively not playing in the first challenge, writing nothing for your introduction other than your name, which put you in last place. Then you got first in the second challenge, which brought you all the way to the top of the standings. After that point, you were never outside of the top 5 on the overall standings, even making it to first after rock, paper, scissors. I truly think you could have won the whole thing, but you didn't want to plead an actual case, and the judges didn't like that, causing your elimination. Awards and stats. There's not much to say now that there's no points. Pedrin fell the most places from being in the game to being not in the game. The average response got a score of 20.1 out of 30. Judge number 1 was the most generous judge, giving an average score of 7.2 to each response. More stats. So there's nothing to put here either. There's no more points, so no appy. No more overall standings, so no standings graphs. The only thing I could do is challenge placement leaderboard, but it basically won't change at this point, so I won't bother doing it right now. We can now head to the final challenge. This is it. The end of the road. Fire, Emmett, Q-Toad, you 3 have made it as far as you possibly can in LCC. You've all made it to the final episode. However, only one of you can win it all. For the final challenge, I'm taking a page out of BFDI's book. The final challenge will be a combination of all the past challenges. Whoever has the fastest time to complete all the challenges will win Lit Luke Content Camp. So here's how it works. You 3 finalists will need to schedule a time to Discord call with me. It should take no longer than 15 minutes. You will be completing mini versions of all the challenges. Once we're in VC, I will send the Google form for the mini version of Challenge 1, where you will write your final words before you complete the final challenge. You must be screen sharing the whole time. When you submit that form, your time will start, and you will see the link to the next form. I recommend having your screenshots folder open and your phone nearby. After you submit the final Google form, your time will stop. Also, some challenges like the quiz will be different, obviously. Final information. There's really no deadline for this challenge, just try to schedule with me soon, I guess. For the finalist, please read all the directions in the Google Forms. I know you will be trying to go fast, but I really need you to know what you're supposed to be doing. See you all in the finale. Lit Loot content.